Hey guys, it's Macey.
And Ashlee.
And today we're going to be doing Star Wars Kiss, Marry, Kill. As highly requested. This is one of our most highly requested ones.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people really wanted us to do this. And honestly, I think it's because of how controversial it gets. I think people just love arguing.
This is gonna be mad weird.
This is gonna be, interesting. Because I feel like I'm gonna anger a lot of people.
So,
I can already think of one character in particular that I'm just not gonna vibe with.
Ew.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to say before we get started?
I don't think so.
Okay. As always, we are going to be talking about the newest Bad Batch episode at the end. So stay tuned for that. Or you can just skip forward, I guess. I don't know if people actually do that, but I would. I would skip and listen to it and then I'd come back. Because I want to hear thoughts. I didn't even realize. But what are we going to do after this? We're not going to get to talk about Bad Batch at the end of episodes anymore. When the show's over.
I know. What am I gonna do? I'm legitimately gonna be so sad when it ends.
We need to find a new show that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But what? We've already seen the Star Wars shows.
I have no idea.
How come we didn't do this with Ahsoka?
I was actually thinking about that and I have no idea.
That's so weird.
Why didn't we?
I don't know. Wait, I remember talking about it sometimes, but I don't think we made it a dedicated section.
I feel like this one we just have so many thoughts because it's Bad Batch. So.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh, I have those.
Yeah, you have the characters. So basically what I did is I googled Star Wars Kiss, Marry, Kill, and I just grabbed things that BuzzFeed and stuff had already given. So, yeah. Okay. Let's start at the top. We have Cassian and/or Lando Calrissian or Han Solo. I already know which one I'd kill, bruh.
That's wild.
There's no way. No, Lando, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, same.
No, there's no way. He gives such creep energy. There's no way I'd go near that man.
Ew.
Okay, no. I don't know.
I'd marry Han.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not marrying Cassian.
What is that supposed to mean?
He does not get... He's like a little traumatized guy. I don't know.
Just about every Star Wars character, guys.
Han has much more going for him, you know what I mean?
I feel like Han is funnier, but I also just feel like he has anger issues. I feel like Cassian is more soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is kind of weird, but when I think of Kiss, Marry, Kill and stuff, I always think of characters not necessarily that I like over the other, but I think of their traits, you know? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
When people are well, I would choose him because he's hotter, and I'm I honestly just think about their personalities. And
oh no,
I'm quirky like that.
I'm not saying Han is hot.
Oh, yeah, but he's funny though.
I feel like we'd our personalities would be better together.
I would choose to marry Cassian and kiss Han. Just because also Han scares me. He intimidates me.
Scare him back, bro. I don't know.
Okay, your turn.
What?
I'm pretty much.
Oh, let's see.
Are you ready?
I don't want to play this game anymore.
We should have done, because a lot of people requested that we put them out ahead of time and then people vote on them and then we react to what they said. And I just didn't have time to do that.
We'll have to do it
thing.
Next time or something.
Yeah, we'll do part 2 and we can have you guys.
Okay. This next one is Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, and Darth Sidious.
Oh!
Well, I know which one I'd kill.
Wait, it was Sidious, Maul, and who? Kylo Ren?
Yep. I'm not killing him, though.
Okay, these are way more fun. The really bad ones, because then you actually have to
Bro,
really
I'm killing Sidious.
Bro, yeah, I'm not...
Ugly old man. Ew.
And then I hate all of these people. Okay.
Okay. I would marry Maul just so, like, we could, and here's the thing, just, like, and the divorce, I'm just kidding, no. Just so we could, like, leave each other alone. I do not want to marry Kylo Ren.
That's the thing is I was trying to say because, like I said, I feel like marrying Maul would be terrifying, but then, like, marrying Kylo Ren is actually the worst.
Marrying Kylo Ren probably be more dangerous. You see what he does to
He throwing those temper tantrums. He has the mind of, like, a 5-year-old.
Like, no, dinner's not ready yet, and he, like, freaking, like, slashes...
I want pizza!
And slashes lightsaber all over the kitchen. I mean, like, I'm so done with you.
It's like having a child. Like, he's not even your husband at that point. He's literally your child.
Oh. 5-year-old baby as my husband, bro. Like,
okay. Honestly, yeah, you're right. I would probably marry Maul just so, like, I feel like you could just...
we would leave each other alone.
Yeah. It'd be a toxic marriage.
Like, sure, buddy, go and kill someone. I don't really care. I'm just kidding. The silence.
Okay, what if he tried to, like, he'd be like, what if he got, like, I can't talk. What if he got the same way he does with literally everyone else, where he's like, I'm gonna make you my, like, apprentice or whatever, and he just is, like, bound and determined to, like, get you to kill other people, and if you don't, then he
simple
just slaughters you.
You just say no.
I don't think that would go very well.
I think I have way more main character energy than I do. Like, I would not be this way at all. But
I know, I always say, like, oh, I would do this, and then I'm like, no, I wouldn't.
I'd like to think that I would do that, but I probably wouldn't.
It's like the whole thing where they're like, well, you would fight in the rebellion. I'm like, no, I probably wouldn't.
I'd be the cook. I'd be the cook.
I'd be the janitor.
You would not be catching me in a starship, bro.
Yeah, no. Okay. Can you get your phone? Alright. Next one we have is Hunter, Crosshair, and Tech. By the way, there's, like, more Bad Batchers on here, I think. I just think they're in a different thing.
This is icky.
Just think if you were, like, held at gunpoint and you had to make a decision.
Dude.
Okay, this reminds me, did you ever play this in, like, class where, this is actually so mean, why did I never think about this? Where people would be like, kiss, marry, kill, blah, 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 in school, and they would pick, like, that's actually so mean. They pick, like, people and make fun of them, and you had to pick
Elementary was brutal, bro.
No, actually, no, because then if you said, I would kill blah, 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 they'd be like, oh, and they would tell everyone else, they're like, yeah, we play kiss, marry, kill, and they would kill you.
And they would kill you.
Like, that's actually insane.
They think you're ugly. Like, dang, bro. Dude, Hunter's a father figure. What am I supposed to do with that?
Just pretend you're, like, older.
Ew.
Obviously. That's disgusting. I saw this thing.
That doesn't change a thing. Like,
I saw this thing, and it actually made so much sense. I think Salty Sid said it. And I'm not being name dropping people, but they're saying how they would choose Hunter, or was it Salty? Yeah, she would choose Hunter because she knows that he would be a good dad to their kids. And I'm like, you're so right for that.
Honestly,
like, he'd be the best dad. I wouldn't even have to worry. But
I would platonically marry Hunter. This defeats the whole purpose.
So I definitely wouldn't be marrying Crosshair. I know that for a fact.
I'm sorry, but I'd kill him.
Honestly, yeah.
I know so many people are gonna come at me for that, dude. Ew.
Honestly, I would actually, like, marry Tech because I feel like he would just be so fun to be around. Like, I would listen to him yap all day.
Low-key, high-key, like, I want to marry Tech.
And I feel like it'd be, like, a healthy, like, relationship. I don't know how to, like, explain this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you wouldn't have to stress about things.
He's just such a chill guy.
I
What?
Tech. Oh my gosh.
I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing through the pain.
But yeah, I would choose Tech. He's also, like, my favorite character, so...
I'm sorry for your
sorry, Crosshair stands. We probably just offended all of them.
I don't.
Yikes. Ugh. Okay, all of you guys saying he looks attractive. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. He just looks like an old man. Like,
I've gotten more on, like, the Star Wars side of, like, social media, and it's scary. I don't like it. Like, I have seen fan art that I really kind of don't want to see.
I'm just genuinely confused because Crosshair literally has gray hair. Like, and his face shape, like, everything.
What are you seeing?
If you like Crosshair, then just tell me in the comments, because I'm confused. Like, I'm not judging you, but I'm just genuinely, my
genuinely
brain
confused.
is just not processing this. So, anyway, is it your turn?
Yeah, where are we at? Oh. Okay, next one is Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Mace Windu.
Kill Mace Windu.
Easily.
There's no. So I'd obviously choose to marry Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Anakin would kill me.
He's actually, like, so toxic. I'm not even kidding. Clone Wars Anakin... Okay, are we talking about movie Anakin or Clone Wars Anakin? Actually, they're both still have, like...
They're still both toxic.
But I feel like Clone Wars Anakin is a lot better than movie Anakin.
Well,
he was.
sometimes.
Okay, the only thing that rubs me the wrong way is, like, the Clovis arc when Anakin...
Oh, that's what I was thinking of?
Yeah, when Anakin constantly, like, gets mad at Padme for no reason. Padme literally did nothing.
Whenever I think of the Clovis arc, I just think of that one time where Clovis is like, don't, like, come on, if you're gonna be so, like, feisty, like, fight without the Force, and then Anakin just, like, beats him up. That was so funny.
That's that scene is so long, though. When I rewatched it, it's literally, like, 4 minutes long. I'm like,
I was like, okay, wrap it up.
It's giving me secondhand embarrassment for Clovis. Like, I'm watching Anakin beat the
embarrassing
crap
for
out of
you.
him for 4 minutes.
Oof. I don't think I'd ever be able to come back from that, bro.
Anyway, Anakin scares me, so I'm going with Obi-Wan because, honestly, Obi-Wan is funny, and he's nice. He just is overall healthier than Anakin is. Obi-Wan's sass, though.
Just, like, sass him back, honestly.
It'd be so fun. Reminds me of the one Satine thing where he's like just stand there and do nothing or something. I remember being like, "Oh, sir!" His riz is to just be sassy.
For real, though.
Okay, Ashley's phone keeps shutting off and it has all the names. Okay, next we have Jabba the Hutt, Jar Jar Binks, or Chewbacca.
How about I would kill myself? Wait, what were the options? Jabba, Jar Jar, and
Chewbacca.
I'd marry Chewbacca.
Yeah, that's just, I'm sorry, the superior option. Like, I don't want any of them, but...
I don't know who I would kiss or who I would kill.
Have you seen the way Jar Jar kisses in freaking Clone
Ew.
Wars? It's terrifying. Oh, but also Jabba's, like, actually, like, creep. And he's a slug. Like, he's a slimy little slug.
I would kiss Jar Jar and kill Jabba. Ew, but then, like, Jar Jar would, like, never let you forget it, bro. Like, leave me alone.
He'd be like, when are you gonna marry me? Like, over and over and over again.
Misa, marry Yusa?
That's insane. Oh my gosh. No, you're right, because, like, it's gross for both, but I also just feel like Jar Jar wouldn't be a downright creep.
I feel like I'd get assaulted if I kicked
with Jabba? Yeah, you would. Yeah, I would fear for my life.
Ooh.
Also, just...
Anyway.
That's insane.
Oh.
What?
Next one is Ezra Bridger, Kanan Jarrus, and Thrawn. I'd marry Ezra.
Same. But also, Ezra has weird anger issues, too. Why do so many Star Wars characters have anger issues?
Okay, but like... Ew, I don't know who I'd freaking kiss, bro.
Wait, what was the third option? Thrawn? Oh. Heck no. Okay, why do I feel like a marriage with Thrawn would be just downright, like, exhausting? Like, because here's the thing with, like...
Dude, just being in the same room with Thrawn is exhausting.
I feel like that'd be mentally draining because I feel like he'd constantly quiz you on things. Well, he actually does. It's canon. Like, he would be like, what do you think of this? Explain this to me. And I'd be like, I don't want to.
So what do you think of this? And I'd be like, not today, dude. I can't.
And then he would treat you like you're stupid if you didn't do it.
I couldn't deal with the mental abuse.
No, yeah.
So I think I'd kill Thrawn.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm having a little hard time with Kanan because, again, like, he's just older, and I just can't picture myself.
It's giving icky.
It's giving icky. But if I had... Because I'm just looking at Ezra and Kanan, and I just feel like Kanan would be better. I don't know. I feel bad killing Thrawn, but at the same time, no.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry.
Oops.
Anyway. Next we have Luke Skywalker, Cal Kestis, and Wrecker. I would... Oh, if you don't know who Cal Kestis is, he's in Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor.
Here's the thing, like, I haven't seen anything of Jedi Survivor, so I don't know how he is in that, you know what I mean?
Let's just go off of Fallen Order.
He's like an innocent little cinnamon roll in Fallen Order. Like,
why am I, like, struggling with this one? What's that? I haven't heard you give any answers.
Yeah, because I'm thinking. I'm thinking that.
Okay, not me saying I'm struggling. You're like... as if you're not. Okay. I would... Why are they all cinnamon roll characters?
Right?
Right? Okay, the awkward silence is too much.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Why is this one so hard?
I don't know. I feel like I would probably marry Cal Kestis.
Me too.
Because I feel like he's also just funnier.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a mood.
And
what?
I would inherit BD1.
Oh.
That is important.
I thought you were saying like and I was like, what? What did I miss? And then I would probably kiss Luke and kill Rick.
That's what I feel so bad, but like
I feel so bad.
I feel so bad.
But yeah, that's my answer.
I've had my arms crossed this entire episode. I look like I'm like severely judging.
Ashley, you've thrown a fit over here.
I hate this episode.
Oh, it's your turn. Sorry.
I
hate this episode. Okay, the awkward silence. The reason why I get so mad is because I don't want to go back and edit that out. Like, fill the silence.
Anyway, so next up is Rex, Echo, and Fives.
Okay, well, they all look the same. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Not a
clue. Low. I mean, not right now, but, I mean, one's dead. One
is gray, and
Wait. Is that a spoiler? No, the show's not for a while.
That is not a spoiler.
I always feel bad when people, like, just start watching, like, Clone Wars and stuff, and I say something, but I'm like, sorry, I just, like, assume everyone has seen it.
Right?
That's a bad on my part.
No, because that wasn't a spoiler, because I'm sure, like, even if, like, you have to have seen that by now, especially with Bad Batch, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The Fives thing?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. You'd have to have seen that by now.
I would probably... I don't know. Ew. Okay. I would probably marry Fives just because I feel like Rex and Echo, like, don't have as much.
Are we talking about, like, Bad Batch Echo or, like, Domino Twins Echo?
I keep thinking of Bad Batch Echo.
Bad Batch Echo is very, very serious. And, like,
yeah, that's why I'm like... And,
like, Domino Twins, like, Echo is almost as silly as Fives.
That's what I don't know. Should we just do Clone Wars?
I'd marry Rex, by the way.
I just feel like Rex is, like, he's good, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like he would tell me off for, like, making a joke or something. I would probably marry Fives still. Just because I like his sense of humor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to kill any of them.
Probably kill Echo.
Honestly, probably same.
Oh.
I feel really bad. Because I actually, like, love Echo, but in this scenario...
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to kill him.
Obviously not.
Anyway, is it my turn? That was insane. But I feel like this is getting more unhinged. Okay. Oh. Next we have, sorry. Next we have Poe, Dameron, Din Djarin, and Finn.
I would marry Poe.
Finn thrown in here. I would marry Poe too. Poe is elite.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's freaking Oscar Isaac. Sorry.
I'd probably kill Finn.
Same. Well,
no. Imagine while kissing Din, you just kiss his helmet. Done.
That's what I'm like thinking. I'm like, also, I feel like he's like so
awkward.
Yeah.
So is Finn.
Yeah, that's true. I would probably kiss Finn. Kill Din.
I would kill Finn.
Just because I feel like it wouldn't be as awkward. Well, I don't know. That's hard.
Wow.
But I love how Poe was the obvious choice.
Immediate, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I need to.
Huh? What were you saying?
We literally have one left.
Oh.
This is our last one.
Oh.
Weird. This is gonna be a short episode, but you guys got like an almost 2-hour episode last time. So.
Yeah. Plus, we can always do part 2 of this. I don't know. Those are like fun.
Last one is quite a banger.
Okay.
No, it's not. Next one is Yoda, Count Dooku, and Qui-Gon Jinn.
I'm sorry.
I'm killing Yoda.
Same. I don't want to marry or kiss that man.
Ew.
Oh. Kiss me you will. That's what I asked. I was trying to think of Yoda speak. Okay. So I would probably marry Qui-Gon just because I don't want to marry...
Yeah, I don't want to marry Count Dooku.
That's terrifying. And also, he's literally an old man. That means you'd have to kiss him. I think I'd honestly rather take the lightsaber to myself. Why are we so quiet?
Because I'm processing the amount, like, how disgusting that is.
I always overthink these questions, because then especially the marriage one, I was thinking, like, what would my entire life look like married to this person?
Literally, I'm like, it is not that deep.
Like, I weigh that in, but, because, like, especially the mall one, I was like, what would my marriage look like with this guy?
Toxic.
It would look very strange. Yeah,
that it?
That's it.
That's all you had to say?
That's all I have to say. I just feel like that was a really obvious choice for that one.
Yeah.
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 Okay, let's stop. We can talk about Bad Batch now.
Okay, spoilers for number 13,
I think.
What
12?
Is it called?
11? 10?
8?
9? 8? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
13.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it called?
Into the Breach. Or something like that.
Okay. Spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just see me mess up my fingers. Recap, Maze.
So basically, it kind of switches between Omega and Hunter and them, but they get Rampart, and then they tell him to disguise as an Imperial, like, go into this one place, I forget what it's called, and then they try to get the coordinates for Tantus, and they make a plan to, like, latch onto the shuttle so they can go to hyperspace without getting detected. And meanwhile, Omega is with the kids on Tantus, and she makes a plan to escape.
Alrighty.
I ate that up. I made that as quick as possible, but I also just... Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna, like, spit thoughts out, like, in no order, or else I'll forget them. Okay, that one part where Echo was, like, on top of the crates, and then he, like, goes down, you know?
I think.
Like, when he's, like, high, you know what I mean?
I think so.
That part was so incredibly smooth.
Oh, wait, I do know what you're talking about.
I need that rotating in my head 24/7.
Rotating, like a rotisserie chicken? Like, a spiral spinning.
Spin.
I'm sick of people calling this episode a filler.
It's not a filler.
And I'm not calling out, like, it's fine if you say you didn't really like this episode. Like, I don't really care. But it's the people out there that are like, this episode was unnecessary. It's a filler. Shut
It was actually
your mouth.
very necessary.
I kind of, this became one of my favorites. And I think it's mainly just because of the score and, like, the cinematography and stuff. Mainly Omega's POV. Like, I loved the other POV, but it was, like, slower than the rest, I feel like.
This episode gave so much, like, season 1 Bad Batch vibes. And I absolutely loved it.
Also, they gave a lot of character work to Hunter in this episode. I feel like it was really subtle, but they did a lot with this character.
Finally! But you also
finally!
You know who they like did that to last time?
What?
Tech.
Okay, I'm saying it was more subtle than Tech's. Like, because I feel like he didn't go revenge Hunter in this episode, but you can tell that he's actually getting, like, especially the part where Rampart says to abort the mission and he says negative, and when he latches onto the ship, I know even for a fact if Echo hadn't disabled the sensors, he would have done it anyway. You can tell just from, like, the animation on his face and the way that they did so good with the show.
Speaking of that line, the amount of relief that washed over my body when I realized that line was not that deep, I was like, hallelujah.
So good, though. I love the way that the score cuts off when he says it.
Speaking of scores, that one score when, like, Omega is dealing with, like, the tile wall, you know what I mean? It sounds like those sounds in a McDonald's, and I will stand with my opinion. Like, you know those little beeps? Yeah, it sounded like that.
That's offensive.
That's what it reminded me of. Also, why did all the tiles fall like that? What the frick happened there?
No,
like,
who built this? Who designed this? There's
Yo,
no way.
like,
it's weird how they didn't just individually, like, put each tile.
Why
on.
did they
literally
all
have
fall?
rows?
What happened?
It's so weird to me.
Also, Omega's characterization in this episode was amazing. It's such a difference between, like, all the other times that she's gotten captured, and, like, she's grown up so much that now she's just, like, confident. And she's learned so much from her brothers, and it's just, like, peak. Also, the poor baby with the kids.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I love how the kids basically have to raise the baby now.
Yeah.
This is traumatizing on both the baby's part and the kid's part. Like, this is so sad.
Rampart this episode was something else.
The way he thought he was eating all the time. I'm like, sir...
I didn't get into the Empire and looks alone. Honey,
we know. We know.
We know.
It's also
with that face, no way you would, King.
It's also like I can't wear this uniform. This is a captain's uniform.
I love how
I was a vice admiral.
I love how they did not care. They're like,
okay. You've been demoted.
So, Record being like a total iPad kid and stuff was so funny.
He's even doing the iPad kid pose.
Like, what was he looking at? Like, I know he's supposed to be, like, monitoring comms, but no way someone sits like that while moderating.
Moderating? He's moderating.
He's a Reddit moderator.
Oh my. Monitoring?
Monitoring.
I'm struggling. You messed me up, bro. I forgot to bring Lula out. I keep forgetting.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
right here. Sorry. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the score in this episode. Like, genuinely.
It's so good.
I feel like the score is a huge part on if an episode is good or not. I'm not saying that, like, if the score is bad, then the episode is bad. I'm just saying, like, it enhances certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, hold on.
What?
Oh, okay. I feel like I had this, like, whole rant ready to go, and I needed to place my thoughts in order.
Oh.
Or else they'll come out sounding like a tangent and incoherent.
That happens anyway. We do that all the time.
No, I want to sound smart for once in this podcast.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I feel like a main problem within the Empire is fear. Like, that... Ha!
It's okay. Just take deep breaths. It's gonna be okay.
Don't treat me like a child. I'm kidding.
Maybe stop acting like one. You throw shots at me, I throw them back at you. That's how it works.
Ooh, okay.
Anyway.
Because the whole, like, thing with, like, Rebels and this is that there wouldn't be so many problems, and they wouldn't be able to get into the Empire so easily if fear wasn't a factor. Because the whole thing when, like, the captain was suspicious of them, or lieutenant, I don't freaking know. I don't know. It was lieutenant. Questioned them at first, but as soon as Rampart threatened to call Tarkin, and no one wants to get in trouble because trouble means death, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so they don't want to make a slip up or even question superiors, or else they'll die. And that's mainly what, like, Rebels and the Resistance capitalize on to get inside. Because if fear wasn't a factor in the Empire, no one would be able to get in there because they would, like, keep questioning things instead of being scared of, like, dying.
You're so right. Dude, I was literally thinking about that, but I totally forgot about it until you brought it up. That...
Like, the lieutenant was on to them. Like, he was this close to calling, like... But then, as soon as he was threatened to, like... Then he immediately backed off.
That's like you said, especially in Rebels, literally every mission they go on, they're always just like, well, I'm gonna call Darth Vader, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, okay. Like,
like, there has been a change of plans. How dare you question me?
Yeah.
I will call Tarkin. Like, and since such, like, low, like, non-superior officers don't get much information in the Empire, that they're like, oh, maybe something did change, and it was, like, beyond, because, like, since high-ranked officers get more information, then they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't question them, because I don't know what's going on. And that's another thing. So if fear, like, if they didn't rule in fear, and if they actually, like, trusted their officers, the Empire would be more successful. Just saying.
You're so right. You're so right, Ashley. It kind of reminds me... Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No.
It kind of reminds me of Mandalorian when... It's not necessarily the Rebellion, but it's, like, the New Republic. Whenever something happens, they're always like, well, I gotta run this by someone or, like, check something. And they're never... Like, I feel like they're better that way because they're never, like, fearful. Like, especially in the one episode when they, like, find a ship or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, run this by someone. And there's no reason for him to be like, well, okay, then I'm gonna tell you, like, there's a change of orders. Like, they would still be like, okay, I'm still checking. Like,
okay.
Like, because there's no fear.
I definitely think not the High Republic, the New Republic learned from the Empire's mistakes, but they also didn't in the same way, because it's still failing, as you can see in, like, Andor and other things. But I was gonna say another thing. Oh, and with the whole thing of, like, ruling in fear, and, like, even in, like, history, and especially in Star Wars, that's the thing. Fear is a big motivator, because I was writing something for language arts, and I kind of ate with this line, and I really want to share it. Because if you force people to see the punishment of their crimes, like, if you threaten them to be like, you know what happened to your other officer and he died. Like, if you rule in fear, and people... I need to, like, think of the line again.
You got this.
Sorry. Fill the empty silence.
Okay, wait, what did you mean by Andor?
I know,
the New Republic wasn't in Andor. I'm sorry, I've been, like, thinking about that this whole time. I was like, wait a minute.
Don't listen to that.
Okay, sorry. I think you meant Ahsoka.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Girl. What am I supposed to fill in?
I don't know. I can't be yapping all the time.
Well, I was just waiting for you to say what you meant. Okay, while you're thinking of that...
I'm actually so upset because it was actually fire.
Well, what you said already so far was fire. Okay, while you're thinking, I just wanted to say, now I can't remember anything about this episode. I genuinely cannot remember anything. The ending? Why did you have to leave it at that? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. As I saw a thing, and people were saying how they bet like the last 2 episodes better be long because they can't see the entire season being wrapped up in 2 20-minute long episodes. I am praying and honestly kind of predicting that the last episode will be an hour long, just like Aftermath, because the episode title is not only the end of the show, but it's literally The Cavalry Has Arrived, which echoes when they first arrived, which would be great to have it be the same length as the Aftermath.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, yeah, you can't finish this in 2 20-minute episodes.
No, there's so much left to do. I feel like, how are you gonna... I remember the line, by the way.
Okay.
It took a second, but it was about, like, ruling in fear, because it was another thing, and the line was, if the punished see the punishment, they won't commit the crime.
That's pretty good.
It was in the middle of a test, and I wrote that, I'm like, okay.
You ate with that. You ate with that, girl.
That's... Because the question was, like, how is ruling in fear effective? I feel like that's a thing with the Republic, too, is they never... That's a main thing with empires, that they rule in fear, and with the Jedi, and, like, the Resistance, they don't do that, and they actually put trust in their officers.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
They kind of struggle with Hera.
Ugh. The new Republic is struggling with a lot.
Yeah.
It's struggling with power and to make things fair.
I think they're just... And I think a lot of people have talked about this. The New Republic is struggling to be completely different from the Empire, so people aren't, like, untrustworthy of the New Republic. But they're trying to be so different to the point where they're kind of struggling to have that power. Because they're struggling to be taken seriously, I feel.
That, and they're quite resistant to the idea that they didn't end the Empire completely. They're resistant to the fact that there might still be some out there, and they don't want to believe it because they want to finally think that they have peace. My know-it-all voices.
That's something I actually really liked about Ahsoka, was how they handled everything with the New Republic. I feel like we don't get to see a lot of it, so that was interesting to see. Mm-hmm. Especially that one episode where they find still Imperials, like loyal Imperials, working for the New Republic.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing as if, like, the Empire was ruling and there's still some resistance, because you can't squander hope, but you also can't squander complete loyalty. Mm-hmm. Or power, as you might say. Okay, back to
we
Bad
should
Batch.
probably get back to Bad Batch, but that was... I like when we have conversations like that.
I feel like Hunter definitely got his time... Hunter and Echo definitely got their time to shine this episode. Mm-hmm. Which I'm very happy.
I think it just shows... I kind of commented on this on some post, I don't remember. But... I know a lot of us were upset with the lack of reaction in last week's episode on Hunter's end, more, like when he finds out that Omega is being literally got taken away and he just doesn't show anything.
Yeah.
But I think this episode kind of made us realize that I think he's at that point where he's just so stressed and everything that he just keeps those emotions inside.
He's bottling it up. And
which then makes him closed-minded. Like, I feel like in this episode he's more so just like, I don't care if it's dangerous or risky. Like, I just want to get to Omega. Like, he isn't thinking clearly because he's bottling all that up, and so his only focus is to get to Omega.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what the cost is, which is a problem. He just needs to get to Omega.
I feel like it's really essential to his character, and I really liked how they did it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we didn't talk about them, like, changing their armor.
They went emo, bro.
They went emo. No, come back. Like, they weren't emo.
Yeah. I love how they went from... They were emo in the first season, and then second season they were, like, hobo, like...
Thrift shop.
Thrift shop core, and then...
Back to emo.
Back to emo, yeah. It actually makes sense.
I hate the freaking Marauder being gone, dude. This freaking sucks.
Please.
They're left without a ship. Also, like, in the beginning of the episode, when they're on, like, that cloudy place, I don't know what it's called. And Hunter was, like, standing there with, like, the, like, tablet. He was giving so tech core.
I know.
I was like...
I love how, like, they don't have tech to do the tablet stuff anymore, so they literally just have to do it. Like, it's so weird seeing them hold something, like...
What is going on? That's why we're getting so much, like, iPad Kid from them. It's because usually tech give that.
Yeah, I remember making an iPad Kid joke in my video.
iPad Kid.
iPad Kid. When we were talking about Omega being, like, grown up and stuff, me and Ashley were literally just talking about this, but I realized she's so tall. like, when all the other kids were sitting, their feet were, like, off the floor, like, they were dangling, right?
She's, like, fully planted on the ground.
Her feet are planted on the ground, and she's slouching because she's, like, too big for the chair. I'm like, season 1 Omega would be so small. Like,
even laying in the bed, she, like, has her, like, legs up because she can't stretch. I'm like, you're a big girl.
I want to see season 1 Omega with season 3 Omega right next to each other. Actually, season 1, season 2, season 3, so we can see, like, the evolution.
Mm-hmm. I remember when the trailer for season 2 came out, we're like, she's grown so much.
Yeah.
Oof.
Kate, how old is Omega in season 3?
No, she used to be, like, I don't know.
People are estimating she's either 12 or 13, and I'm like, calm down.
She's not that old. Maybe 12.
I would say 12.
I would say 12.
She acts like
she's not 13.
She looks like she's 12, too.
She's still grown up.
I love how she got the Ahsoka character development. Like, oh my gosh, everyone hated her in season 1, and now look at her.
Put your faith into the little quirky girls, okay?
Yeah. No, and Ezra, too.
And
Remember when
Ezra.
everyone hated Ezra?
Because...
myself included. I met Ezra, and I was like...
you're annoying. And no, I feel like the problem with Star Wars fans is that if, like... we've gotten so used to such in-depth characters that if they're just, like, kind of silly, then they're annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they're also just kind of... if there's one thing that Ahsoka, Ezra, and Omega have in common, it's that they never followed orders in the beginning.
No.
They'd be like, well, I thought I knew better, so I'm like...
maybe don't do that.
Just don't. Respectfully, just don't.
Respectfully, stop it.
I feel like Omega's was more excusable because hers were more like childlike things, and she literally is a child. Like in that one episode, she just wanted the doll. That is such a child thing to do. Whereas like Ahsoka and Ezra were like, I know how to do this better.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Omega's could honestly be excused most of the time.
Ahsoka's problem was that she felt like she could do like more than Anakin was letting her. She's like, I can do this too, and he's like, no, you can't. And Ezra's problem was like he was too independent. She's like, no, I can do this.
Like,
not
he wouldn't accept
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, Omega's problem, she's just so naive from being, like, on Camino her whole life. She doesn't experience anything. So they each have their own problems.
Okay, not us going on, like, showing all these analysis. Why can't I talk?
Show the cross-eyed image.
We're literally just dissecting everything. Okay.
It's my hobby.
And is there anything... I feel like I'm missing something. There was something I wanted to talk about and I don't know if I got to it. I don't know. Every scene with Omega, when she was making that plan, I was like, I'm so proud of you.
She's so smart.
So grown up.
Freaking Hemlock didn't have an appearance this episode.
Yeah.
Boo.
I'm sure we'll get more of him.
Unfortunately, he needs to be beat up.
No, actually, yeah. Can we have, like, a fist fight where he just... Oh, I forgot. He's, like, pretty good with fighting, though.
When was that ever shown?
I swear there's an episode in early season 3 where someone, like, attacks him or something. And he fights against them. Like, hand-to-hand combat.
When is that ever shown?
I swear I'm not hallucinating. I swear it happened.
Is he just giving, like, Thrawn core where he could, like, totally beat someone up?
That's different, though.
I just want to say that freaking, like, Rebels episode. Where is it, like, Kalish? Someone just, like, steps in and Thrawn's just, like, training. And we're just, like... okay. I do not remember.
Sorry, I know it happened.
I do not remember that at all.
I will find it.
I feel like I could totally, like, take him out with one punch. Probably not.
Hemlock is so, like, nerdy middle school boy core. I don't even know how to explain it. Oh, I was gonna talk about how Tantus is literally the most secret, like, the, or Project Necromancers. Tantus, I'm sorry. It's, like, the most secretive thing I've ever seen. The fact that their clearance codes change every rotation, and, like, it's so hard to get in there.
It is secure.
It is, like, it's tight. And that's how you know it's bad.
Uh-huh. Did I talk about it with you, or did I talk about this on the podcast?
What?
The difference between, like, Thrawn's project and his?
Oh, yeah, we talked about it a little bit.
Okay, good. I was gonna... Oh, the bird's eye view with, like, one shot, and we see a bird's eye view of Tantus, and then we see it of, like, the vault, was pretty freaking sick.
Have you seen all the Taylor Swift jokes people are making? Where they're, like, something, the vault, Hemlock's version or something?
Oh my gosh.
I think it was like Project Necromancer, The Vault, the Hemlock's version. Something like that.
Hemlock is a scary villain. Like, I know we haven't gone over it, but just being so smart and it's scary. Like, I feel like we haven't gotten this scary of a villain since Thrawn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why? This is so random, but I just did it, so I thought of it. Whenever you, like, fix your glasses, do you feel like you're tech or, like, you're a nerd in general? Like, especially when you touch it like this, because that's how Tech fixed his goggles.
I literally thought that earlier, like 20 minutes ago in the episode when I was fixing my goggles, like, tech corner. No, because, like, rewatching season 1 and seeing him, like, fix his goggles, I'm like, I do that.
It's like, I swear at work, whenever I'm talking to someone, I fix my glasses, I'm like, ew, like, I'm cringing. Like, even doing it. I feel like I'm giving, such nerdcore or something. I don't know. Like, sorry, what were you saying? I'm gonna stop. Why do I feel like there is something I'm missing?
I don't know. There wasn't a lot to unpack. It was just, like, a lot of action, and it was a lot of, like...
A lot of building up towards... I feel like it's, like, the tipping point in a way where you can know that it's building towards the finale.
A freaking bombshell, I'm pretty sure.
I would like to talk about, what is Rampart going to be doing on Tantus when they get there? What is this man?
He gonna be chilling.
It's going to be so goofy.
Oh, like,
and also, what is his plan for freedom? What are you going to do, sir? What are you going to do? What are you
doing?
Like, he wants freedom so bad, but I'm like, what are you going to go do?
Comes a farmer. Comes a Melu run
farmer. That's wild. Like, he misses having control and intimidation over people, so I can just totally see him just just beating people up for fun. I don't know.
How I've missed this. You sicko.
Ugh. Okay, there was something else I wanted to say, and I just don't remember what it was. I think my brain is just numb.
Oh, I feel like Emery this episode was... I feel like doubt is still, like, we've seen it, like, slowly creeping into her mind. How... I love how the other scientists are freaking weird. They're like, the specimens shouldn't talk to each other. They're kids. Like, and I love how Emery's like, well, I'm chief scientist, so shut the frick up. She needs to escape with them. Pretty please?
Yeah, I think she needs to have a life where she's just not... Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. You know what I'm talking about. No, they're like, no, we don't.
Like, you're incomprehensible.
Do you have any last theories, like, for the next episode or the finale?
I don't. Like, I usually have at least, like, one. I don't know what's gonna happen. Can I tell you what I want to happen?
Happily Ever After?
Yeah. So they go into Tantus and they escape and pretty much, like, blow up Tantus and every single, like, piece of his work and escape with everyone in the building. Except for Hemlock, he freaking dies. I'm just kidding.
No, that's when Hunter brutally just shoots Hemlock. Oh, and also Sid shows up for some reason. She just, like, comes in.
She's in the prison too. She's in Tantus, and they shoot her too. And then they all escape, and they go back to Pabu and live a nice and happy life.
Okay, but the Empire's gonna come to Pabu. So what they need to do is they need to destroy the Empire.
Exactly. They go straight to like Coruscant, and then they shoot Palpatine.
So that means, like, all the stuff that happens after Bad Batch doesn't exist. It's not canon anymore.
Like, you know, the original trilogy? Nope.
No, the thing that, like,
doesn't
started
happen.
it all.
Nope.
It didn't happen.
Star Wars is Bad Batch.
Oh, I love Bad Batch so much.
I feel like I'm gonna have, like, a hole in my heart when it ends.
After this episode, I have actually decided, and I know I say this a lot, but I've actually decided it is my Roman Empire.
It is
Bad
my
Batch
Roman Empire.
Is actually the show that I will just at any point want someone to watch because it is peak cinema. It is literally the definition of peak cinema, and it is an underrated masterpiece. I'm sorry, can we just talk about, oh my gosh, the animation is so good in season 3. I'm, like, constantly blown away. I'm like, this looks so good. I love the Clone Wars animation in general, but
peak.
Oh,
peak.
I'm excited for next week's episode, but I'm also nervous. I'm scared.
I'm terrified. I'm shooken? I'm shook.
Can you speak?
I'm shook to my core.
Yeah. That's it. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I don't know why, but I feel very brain dead today.
After doing my whole spill, like I'm pretty brain dead. That's for my point.
Me no word speak.
We
stop podcast.
I feel like there's like a few instances where I turn into like a freaking know-it-all, and they all have to do with they all have to do with like animated shows.
They're just so good. If I could just talk to someone about Bad Batch if I could get someone to watch Bad Batch. I was telling Ashley this, like, I feel like it's such a hard show to get people to watch because the whole first season, I mean, we love the first season, but I'm saying
it's hard to get into.
Yeah, the first season is a little hard to get into for, like, newcomers.
Except for the first episode.
First episode is so good. Because I feel like each season it gets darker, and I feel like they're just trying to build a lot with the characters itself in season 1. And so that kind of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love it, though. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully not in tears.
Oh, excuse me?
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.